Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana. And I won't be able to say that for much longer. By the time you see me live again, I'll have to say coming to you live from Kalispell, Montana. We'll have to see how often I get that tongue-tied since I've been doing this for over 5 years. Actually, we've been in Whitefish for 8 years, so I've been doing this 8.5 years. We've been here for quite a while now. Love it. Excited to get our own new house though. Well, it's not a new house to us, but lots of new painting going on. Wait till you see my craft room. I'll post a picture of just the walls that I have so you can kind of see it and get excited with me. Lots of organizing will be going on. So today I am going to be doing a bunch of videos for you to be able to see. So when I'm wearing all the same clothes in the videos, you just know that it all happened today. It's been a week. Lots of appointments, getting the folks healthy, getting me healthy, staying healthy, and all that good stuff. Because for the holidays and the move, we got to be, right? So we got to take care of ourselves. That's something that you should all also be doing. Take care of yourself, especially during the holidays when there tends to be a little bit more stress. So one of the ways that I take care of myself is crafting, because this is my happy place, and it's going to be even happier in a room that doesn't have these colored walls and will be super, it's just going to be fun. I think I've been telling people that I think the organizing of it is almost as fun as the crafting in it afterwards. I love to organize. I do. If you ever need help and you're not sure how to organize something, especially in the craft room, holler. I'm your girl. I love it. It's one of my side passions. So let's go ahead and get started on this kit because I think it's going to be interesting. So I asked you a question. Do you think this kit is going to have mainly flowers, greenery, a combination, or you don't care, just show you the kit? Let me know, A, B, C, or D. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. It's an all-inclusive kit, so therefore we have a pair of scissors, and that's all we're gonna need to get this kit put together. So let's go ahead and open it up. We have Secret C Stampin' Spot, which is always a great thing to have. I'm gonna go ahead and pull in my Secret C ink pad, my regular size one, and there's only 2 stamps on here. Sending you all my love, you make my heart happy. So there's only 2 choices. That makes it nice and easy, super easy to work with then. You don't have to do a whole lot of thinking. You just have to choose one or the other. Either or kind of choices are kind of nice, because you don't have to think so hard. You don't have to put so much brain power into it. You can just enjoy. So, all right, let's go ahead. I wanted to make sure that I'm not freezing. If I am freezing, please let me know, because then I think that it might be. Hello, Paula. Great to see you on here. Hi, Missy. Yeah, lots of packing. You have lots of packing, or I have lots of packing? Probably you're meaning me, because you recently moved and you know exactly what I'm going to be going through. Now, my question for you, Paula, was setting up and organizing your craft room as much fun as actually crafting in it? That's where I'm always curious as to what people think. I mean, I love to do the crafting, obviously, but I do love the setting up and the organizing of all my stuff. And then, of course, as I go through everything, I'll be pulling out all the things that I really don't need or don't use, and I'm going to have a big old sale. So I'm looking forward to that part too. Out with old, in with new. So here is our kit supplies. Inside we had a sheet of mini dimensionals. I like to sometimes swap out my regular size just depending on what it is. And then we have a block. And when you do multiple kits, you could take the blocks and glue them together. All right. And so I'm going to show you that because I have another. Oh, nope, that's a paper pumpkin one. Do I have another kit box over here? Let's see. I think I do. Does it have? It doesn't have. All right, well, maybe I won't this time because I don't have one handy. I was going to show you how I glued them together. So I just take the Stampin' Seal Plus, and you can see there, can you see there? I ran it around the edges so that this center would still be clear where most likely my stamp will be. So I just ran it around the edges and glued two together. I think it's kind of funny that I glued them that way. Let's see, here you go. You can see we're Stampin' Up this way and Stampin' Up that way instead of stacking them properly, but it's okay. You do want to make sure you clean them, okay, or that they haven't been used much so that there aren't any scratches and whatnot, and that way you don't glue dirt in between. I'm going to go ahead and stick this in here, and maybe on another one of my lives or videos I will glue those two together to show you, but it really is nice to have that grip, and it's almost as thick as this one. This one just has the groove in it for easy grab, but I am loving using this one. So instead of buying more of these, I'm starting to glue those together because it works, and I have so many of them. I have these odds and end mystery boxes that I sell and for $25, and usually I'll stick one or two of the individual ones in here for folks along with stamps. It's usually the odds and ends that are left over from kits and card classes, and so I just put them all in a box, in a paper pumpkin box with a fun little label, which I don't have any within reach right now. And then I sell those, and I put them in the tissue paper so it looks all nice, but it's got leftover die cuts and ribbon and bling, and then I put stamps in there and ink spots and some blocks. So lots of fun ways for me to be able to allow others to have some fun. It's not really for beginners. I'll put that out there, not really for beginners, but it definitely is for someone experienced who can look at a miscellaneous batch of things and make some cards. And I even sometimes stick some card bases in there as well. All right, so here were our two stamps, sending you all my love. You make me happy. And this is how I make sure that I have all the stamps that I need. Then we have our no-fail instructions. Ooh, looks like there's some greenery. There's a combination, and there's a combination, but mainly flowers on these two, I'd say. So Banner Botanicals, this is what all is in the kit. The colors that coordinate are Cherry Cobbler, Darling Duckling, Garden Green, Secret Sea, and Gold. And then we have our no-fail instructions. These are easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We can get these done. So we're going to do one of each today. We want to keep our chipboard handy for stamping. Let's go ahead and see, are the envelopes all the same? They are, and they have that little bit of gold on them. So we're going to grab 3 of those, put the others back in the box. Let's clear out some space over here. 1, 2, 3. This is how I personally like to do it. I like to lay them out. And then we have our first card base with our Cherry Cobbler flowers, some little white ones, and lots of greenery. So one of those. There are 3 of each card. So there's 9 cards in this kit. And then I like to go for the next card base. And then our last card base is the one with just greenery. And there's, of course, 3 of each. So then what we're going to do is we're going to look at everything else and see what we need. So for this one, these are the banners. So a banner goes on each card. You want to carefully disengage it from where it's stuck together. All right, and it's not stuck, it's just like got little tabs connected where it's still connected to the paper from the cutting. That way it doesn't fall out. Here we go. And then, but it's not stuck as in tape down, not adhesive. All right, so Missy says gluing them together has worked great for her. Yeah, what do you use to glue them together, Missy? Which adhesive are you using for the gluing together? Are you using the Stampin' Seal, the regular Stampin' Seal? Is that one working well enough? Stampin' Seal Plus, or are you using liquid glue? what are you using? So here we have these. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the box. So the yellow flowers, which almost look like a rose. It makes me actually think of that kit we had. This one, doesn't it, Missy? Doesn't that look almost like the rose from that kit that we had, that something rose? I can't remember what it's called now. It's been a while, but it almost looks like that rose, which was one of my absolute favorite roses. And then this one, these flowers will go over here. Oh, I was like, wait, there's one more flower. I left it in there. All right. And then we have the greenery. Oh, this is really pretty. The greenery. And then we have these little butterflies or moths. I'm not even sure what they are. They kind of look like moths to me. If you're a gardener, you might know better. I could ask my mom what they are. So we have one of these with the wings out over here, and then one with the wings together over here. And then again, oh, on each one, it's one with the wings out, one with the wings pulled together. So there's another, there's another bug, we'll call it, that does fly around flowers that's just really minute. Maybe that's what it is. All right, so let's go ahead, pile these up and do them one after the other. Let's get our stamp over here. I'm going to go ahead and put these stamps on blocks because I know I'm going to be using both of them, right? So, oh, before I do, I want to kind of sentimental rose. Yes, you use the regular seal. All right, the yellow roses are Carrie's favorite. Nice. Well, here's a card for you to send to her. All right, so I'm just de-stickifying them. I love all these D words. So I'm just trying to get them a little less sticky, and I'm just using the oils from my hands. Some people will put it on their clothes, but then it picks up your the lint. And so I don't like doing it on my clothes. I prefer to just use my hands because my hands are clean and do it that way. And then what we'll do is lay it on here. And you want to, because they're bigger and they could wiggle, you do want to just set them down, let them kind of have their natural way. And then, oh, I can't do my, can I do my, no. I got to do more straight. They're big. All right. Normally I go at an angle. Nope. Kind of got to go straight with these. All right. So now I have them both on there. We're going to stamp first. Let's go ahead and go over here. We're going to stamp first. You make me happy. Here we go. We're going to ink it up. And we want to test it out. You always just want to kind of test out your photopolymers. And any stamps really, and make sure they have a nice even stamping so you know if you, sometimes they're not completely flush. Sometimes one is a little bit raised compared to the other. So you want to just kind of make sure that it stamps well. This looks a little bit light down here, so I know that I have to maybe apply a little bit more pressure there. All right, so now the deal is to center them, right? All right, so here we go. So I want to make sure to just, I'm not pushing super hard. I'm just firmly making sure it's covered. There you go. I like that. I think it's time to re-ink my Secret C. I know I've been saying that. So maybe with the move, I'll take one day to just quickly re-ink all my inks because they just all seem to be getting dry, but I've been using them a lot. All right, so are they the floor that comes with the trees? Are they the floor? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Missy. I'm not sure what you mean. Can you clarify? I got something flying around here. Here we are talking about things flying around. I don't want things flying around. All right, here we go. We're going to fold this over, grab our bone folder that I don't see, so just going to use my thumbnail. Where'd my bone folder go? All right, I have a big old mess here. Oh my gosh, if you could see it, it's a big old mess. That all my 12 days of Christmas stuff is over here, and my paper pumpkin is over here. It's just all here, my calendar, just everything that I've been working on and doing. So we're going to put dimensionals on the back of the flowers. I kind of think that's cool when they've got that stamp there, and then we can put dimensionals on the back of the flowers. And this is where I'm going to go ahead and use, if I can find them. Nope. Well, I thought I was going to go ahead and use larger dimensionals, but what I pulled out thinking they were larger dimensionals, oh, maybe it's this, were small mini dimensionals. Oh, here we go. I'm going to use some larger dimensionals. Otherwise, I would feel the need to use more than one mini. And you can do that, all right? You can do that. You can take these and you could do two if you feel like me that it needed more than just a little mini. All right, then we're going to peel the backings off. And we're going to put them over the other flowers. All right. So it just gives the look of the card, it just gives it a little oomph. All right, then we're going to put dimensionals on here. Yeah, going across diagonally. Like this. And for this one, I will use the minis because I want to make sure it goes in between there. And the rest of it, you're thinking, well, what about these? Well, these parts are going to be resting on the flowers. All right. There we go. And then this is where the mini dimensionals really come in. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool because it just makes it so much easier. We're going to put a mini dimensional there. And a mini dimensional on each wing for this one. All right, then we're going to pop off that paper. And this one goes down here. And this one goes up here. All right, and there is card 1. Simple, quick. When you need a card, it's right there for you. You make my heart happy. I like that one. I like that saying. All right, so then we have this one. Let's go ahead and stamp it. So card 2 is sending you all my love. All right, so we're going to take this one. We're going to grab this. And it doesn't matter which way you do it. It will look the same. We're going to do this one. Sending you. Yep, looks great. Sending you all my love. And again, just firm pressure. You don't want to put all your weight on it because that's going to make the letters kind of mush out more. Okay, so you just want to do a little bit like that. All right, don't smoosh it down. Just make sure you apply firm, even pressure so that it all hits the card or the sentiment piece. All right, so again, we're going to fold this in half. Just going to quickly use my thumb as my bone folder, and then we're going to do dimensionals. And we want to put, they've only got 2 or 3 on. I'm going to put a few more because it is the minis. All right, and I don't like mine to look or feel wobbly. And that's why a lot of times I will use, and there's plenty of dimensionals on here. Don't worry about running out. I will use more than what they suggest, or I will switch and use my larger ones. But then I end up with a bajillion minis, which is why I decided to go ahead and use my minis. Whoops, that just took the paper. Use my minis for this, but I'm putting more on than what they were recommending so that it feels like it's a little more secure. All right. And that is totally a personal thing. You choose how you want to do it. If you want to do it exactly like they do it exactly like they do. If you want to do it like I do, you can do it like I do, or do anywhere in between. This one was probably a little too many. I'll just say it. That one was probably a few too many. Could have gotten away with less. All right, so this one goes over here. You kind of want to, you want to line it up. And this one goes over here. They've got it upside down. Got it upside down. All right, so this is going to be going in between. So again, we're going to put those minis on there in that diagonal formation. That way it hits in between your flowers. So that makes sense to me. And it's supported, it won't be wobbly because it's supported by the flowers on each side. All right. Just like that. All right, and then again, our little dimensionals on here. One on each wing. Yeah, I'm thinking these aren't butterflies. I think they're those little mothy type things that flutter around that are like really not seen much. So this time, this one goes down here, and this one goes up here. All right, and there's that card. And then you have lots of space inside if you want to send a letter instead of just a quick note. You could actually write a nice, decent letter on the inside. All right, and now we have our third card. Look how quick these are going. We are only 23 minutes in, and the first part of it, we chatted a little bit. So these are going really quick. The third card is the sending you all my love, but I'm going to change it because I prefer the other one. I mean, sending you all my love is great, but I like the you make my heart happy because that you can send to friends. It doesn't have to be always the love, because there might be some people in your life where you don't say sending all my love, but you'd like to say, hey, you make my heart happy. All right. So I really like this one. I can see myself using this one. And what I'm going to check out, we have some other banner dies. I'm going to see whether they fit. Because wouldn't that be nice if I could use those for that? And I'll check. I'll grab it real quick before we're done here and see. All right. So now we're going to put the dimensionals on the back of our fern leaf. Who likes ferns? Comment ferns if you like ferns. I love ferns. I love ferns. I had a super duper large, gorgeous fern when I lived in Arizona. And we couldn't take it with us. It did not fit, and I was worried when we moved that it would get destroyed. So, and there were a number of plants that we couldn't take. See, now this is where I'm going to put some in the middle because I don't want the sagging when we put the weight of the sentiment on it. So I'm going to put some of these in here to balance it out. And that again is just a personal preference of not being fond of sagging. All right, so I'm just going to do that here. And then I think I'm going to do one up here. All right, and that's just my personal preference. You figure out what you like and you do it your way. That's the beauty of these kits. It has directions, yes, but nobody is going to be policing as to whether you do it like they are. All right, nobody is going to. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add one more right here in the middle. Nobody's policing you. It's your cards to do your way. All right, so we're going to lay this same thing on top of what's there. All right, and we're just going to put dimensionals on each side here in these corners. All right, just in the outside corner, because the rest will be resting on here and we don't want it to sag. That's why I like to put those extra ones. And we're going to put this right here, like that. You make my heart happy. You all make my heart happy. You are all part of my why I do this, because I enjoy sharing all these wonderful Stampin' Up! Products and all the different ways you can use them, and encourage you to use them in your own way. And how you want to use them to make your heart happy. There we go. This one is kind of stuck. There we go. All right, you make my heart happy. See, now this one would be a great one for a guy too, because the colors are just there. All right, love the cards, not in love with the moth butterfly things. I can understand that, Missy. I get that. I'm not sure about them either, but they don't detract from the card, I guess you could say. So it's working. It's working. But yeah, it's kind of an odd sort of critter to put, because if it's one of those white little moths that fly up out of that you're always shaking out of your face when you're walking through the woods and stuff. So I don't know, it could be, but I do like the fern one. Yeah, you like the ferns? I think that worked out great. Yeah, now that we're buying the house, or we've bought the house, now that we own a house of our own, we can have as many plants as we want. Mom loves plants. She's got, 10 green thumbs. Or she did. We have a bunch of plants that need to be repotted. So I'm looking forward to the spring when it is time to repot, because I have some root-bound plants. I know, shame on me. But I have some that I didn't, because they were such big. They're spider plants or airplane plants, depending on what you call them. And I have a jade plant. I have a number of plants that, well, either a number or almost all of my plants that need to be repotted in the spring. So I'm just crossing my fingers and praying that they will make it through the winter and this move. And then in the spring, we'll be able to repot them. There's a really great, when you walk in the front door, there's a room that had a bar and a TV and stuff, and then there's a bar cut into the wall, and the person who lived there had bar stools. We won't be doing that, but that bar will probably become a plant, a place for plants, because across from it is a big window, and we'll have the shades open, and then in that room is another big window, although they painted it a dark green, which for now we're leaving it. And no, it's not mossy green. I was trying to figure out what color it was. It's darker, it's kind of mossy green and shaded spruce together. So we'll have to see. I'll probably go through the house and kind of see which which Stampin' Up! Colors I have on my walls. I know that my white lavender craft room wall is not, it's even lighter than Fresh Freesia. It's way light. It's way light. It's almost like the bubble bath, but in purple. It's like super duper, super lemon lolly in purple. It's really, really light, but I love it. I will post a picture of what I have. I just took some quick pictures the other day, so I'll send that to you. You can definitely see the tinge of purple, and that just makes me happy. So I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. This will be my last time going live until the new year from the other house. And so I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a very healthy and happy new year. You will have some videos next week, and so please do comment the way you do when I'm live, and I will be checking in and commenting back to you when I have my little downtime, because of course, you know, I got to take some downtime. I can't just work 24/7 for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So I will see you all in the new year. Enjoy. Keep on crafting, because that's going to help de-stress you, as long as you're not worried about being perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Just do it. Just have fun with it. All right. Do the stamps fit on the banner die? Okay. Let's see. Traditional labels. Oh no. They're going to be, thanks for reminding me on that, they're going to be too wide. Oh, and they are the wrong, if you flip it over, nope. No, this is a lot bigger. This is a lot bigger than, oh, had the wrong one. This is a lot bigger than, and this is the wrong angle, the wrong direction. You can see it's going in the opposite direction. If you were to flip it over, then it wouldn't be very pretty. It's definitely too far apart, and the words are too big to fit in here. Unfortunately, this is the one that fits with this one. So these are smaller letters. So no, the banner die sadly does not work, but you could do it. I could do it in here. So that one would work. All right. But that's okay. I can also just stamp it and cut it. I'm okay with that too. I like that stamp. So thanks for reminding me to check that. All right, have a very Merry Christmas, a healthy and happy New Year, and I will be back live in 2026. See you all then. Bye-bye.